On 7th of October, the terrorists of Hamas barged into the border areas of South Israel, unleashing the terror. More than 1,400 people were killed, 240 they were abducted by the terrorists of Hamas. These terrorists were not carrying these small weapons, but also these SS-7 anti-aircraft rockets with them as well, as they were prepared not only to kill the people, but also to seize the area, to get hold of the area of Israel, those border kibbutz. And if the Israel Air Force attempts to thwart their nefarious plan, they were with this SS-7 aircraft rocket that can decimate an aircraft. And apart from that, there were hundreds of these weapons. These are the RPG-7 rockets that these terrorists of Hamas were carrying along with them. Thousands and thousands of AK rifles were with them, and probably lakhs of rounds that they barged into the territory of Israel. And as we report from one of the bases of the Israel Defense Forces, this remains to be the reality of terrorists of Hamas, that how in a bid to unleash terror, they came with this kind of armory that can inflict the damage, the casualties to the civilians and also to the security forces. This was part of their plan, and they didn't restrict it to it. Apart from these weapons, they were also carrying hundreds of the bags that were equipped with arms and ammunition. Also the machine guns these terrorists they were carrying, these were the machine guns that the terrorists of Hamas were carrying along with them. These machine guns were deployed on the rooftops along with the Dragunov snipers, and I'll request Vijay Surendra to come this way. These are the Dragunov snipers that these terrorists of Hamas were carrying. They were traveling on the vehicles. These motorcycles have also been recovered from the terrorists of Hamas. They were on these bikes. These 3 bikes have been recovered. This is just a tip of the iceberg that the terrorists of Hamas have done. Hundreds of Kalashnikovs have been recovered from the terrorists of Hamas. So these Kalashnikovs, these are also the sling AK rifles that can be fired with a single hand. We have seen that this is a full one and this one is the sling one. So this one is easy to handle with even a single hand. So this was what the terrorists of Hamas were actually planning, that they wanted to have that they can kill as many as people they can with almost a friction of seconds. And now is the recovery, the major recovery that has been done by the Israel Defense Forces. These are the live rockets that have been recovered by the IDF. That includes the detonators made by the Hamas terrorists. So this is the made in Gaza rifle. This is the RPG-7 dual warhead. Along with this one is the Russian made, and the next one, this one is the one made in the North Korea. Apart from that, there is also a sacrifice charge that is used to target the armored vehicle, and this is something that shows that how minutely this attack was planned, because what this is thermobaric grenade. This grenade is capable enough to produce a heat that can also totally decimate the population that is inside the bomb shelter also. So they were minutely planning everything. Everything was well planned and executed by the terrorists of Hamas in such a manner so that more and more civilians of the Israel can be killed within the no time. And also the snipers they deployed, the anti-aircraft rockets that they were carrying, it clearly shows that they were not in a bid to kill the civilians only, but also to occupy the area and get hold of the area of Israel. But that was thwarted by the Israel Defense Forces in an operation that lasted for almost 3 days if we sum up this operation, and then the area was cleared. Still, there is a lakhs of arms and ammunition that has been recovered by the IDF, still is lying inside the Gaza or in the remote areas, the border areas of the South Israel. With Vijay Surendra, Gursimran Singh from IDF base, Central Israel.